I picked our rock. Which one?
Oh, this one. Nice, looks like moss agate. Crazy. What'd you find? Yeah. Nice. Okay. We're out of here.
Wonder, come.
With eyeliner. Whoa. And the lake is actually all out in front of us, but there's a big inlet right down there by a public water area. That's just a caretaker's shack there. Yeah, nobody in it. So there's a lot of space and it's real quiet. No road noise or anything. We're about to hit the road and go look around some more in the area, so I can show you some of what we find. I guess I didn't really look out back very good. We should do that. So this is actually super cute too. There's a very beautiful hillside, sitting area, chairs, fire pit. There's a little stack of firewood, barbecue pit, so you can grill outside when you get here. Yeah, this is definitely it's everything that you would need too, just all the way. Nice hot water, strong pressure, just all those things. But yeah, look at the setting. We didn't even utilize this, and it's super cute. So and there's the other side. Okay, just wanted to document it because this has probably been the best day, and it's one of the nicest spots, especially for the affordability. It's definitely worth it to pause and have all of this, especially this, man. It says you could probably sleep 8 people in that cabin, so you bring a whole family here and relax and have days on the lake. This is directly downhill, just directly downhill. There's water. These are all picnic sites, day use sites, as we were pulling out. And we ran into a very nice person. I found this in the driveway. So there are crystals all over here. Clearback crystals. Woo! But yeah, nice sunny, are these full hookup RV sites I see. I see electricity, water, all that in some of these. And this is a big sprawling lake. But this particular cove is what's right here. Oh yeah, look at all the rocks. But yeah, this looks like a whale tail from above. It goes that way, it goes that way to the end and that way. That way, and these are, I see it's dried out a little bit since the Google shot, blown away by the shade. Look at the forest behind it too. It's so clear in between the trees. Level of the water, it looks like. Those are some of my favorite areas to look for crystals, is on lake shores where it's scoured them.
He said there's a trail that goes around there if you want.
Oh, sure. That's a public swimming area. And that could be metal detected just like the one at Lake Mendocino, because the shots of the water, those were floating, and that's a sandy bottom swimming area. Just so you know like where everybody's condensed. It's just like the It's just like any lake with the buoyed off thing. That goes out to the main body of the lake. Just walking around and seeing what's here. Beautiful multi-tone pebbles. That's the trick, is get out anywhere, go slow and see what's there. We're questing for details. Okay, lots of, you see the squareness of these layers, so you can start to assume that they're sediments. You can see that they're sandstones from the grains. So there's a lot of that. And so it's going to probably be things that come in layers, because we don't have much bubble and round action. So you're going to be looking for things that probably occurred in layers of sediment as far as shape. Okay, just exploring along here. Just real decomposed shales and stuff. And she's walking the swimming area, looking for surface rings. And I found first these little pieces. I don't know what they are. They're definitely a metal, and they're rusted, and I don't think that they're natural. There's longer ones here. Maybe it was an iron rod. It's been underwater for so long that it's just decomposed into nothing. And this ain't salt water or anything, so I had to be there for a little while, and it's pretty old raw iron. You can see how many pieces there are. And they're just kind of laying in this dish. I don't see, actually I do see more. I see pieces of it here. Pieces of it here. But all relatively close. I mean, if I found these thousands of feet apart and they were all the same, I might think they're natural. But I'm assuming there's a whole bunch of it. Don't know, but it's scattered about. Could have just been one something that decayed into a bunch of little pieces. It's just strange how it's snapped and broken like that. Let me know what you think. Radioactive cores? It's definitely just iron though. It's heavy and it feels pure. And the way it's rusting, it's not like a piece of steel that rusted. That's like a piece of iron. We really have no clue. These are all somehow uniform, but all broken the same way. And as I slow down, they're all in this one same area. And as I stir the dirt, just more and more of them pop up, and I'm racking my brain. I can't think of anything metal that's like that. What comes in that shape? I already got a pocket hole, so. Did you find any gold rings yet?
No, there's hardly any targets.
Huh.
There's nails in here. One bottle top. No dogs allowed.
No dogs. Nice. Old timer, and it's a bone handle. It's probably been there for a little while. There's bone antler on there. It's a nice find. It's good for any metal detecting stuff. Plus, old timers, that's a favorite brand. I like the bone pieces on there still.
I like that it has a name.
Yep. Yeah, just take a wire brush to the iron and dump a bunch of oil on it. It's the best you can do. Soak it in oil after you scrub it. Okay, we're on the dried out shores of this little lake, and seems like this one type of quartz sediment around here is just loaded with crystals. Let me show you what I found. First rock I came up to and flipped had that going on. So, I'm going to set that there in case it's the only one. We'll come back to it. And what do you say we walk around and see what else is here? Make a little pile of these so I can spot them. But yeah, not a bad start for this one stop. Rapala fishing lure. It's like it got stuck on this net. And here we see some rods holding up what was this plastic stuff that are mighty rotted away. I wonder if this is near enough by where there might have been something like that going on and it broke up. I could see that. So that might be what our mysterious rusty objects are. Something that has to do with that scheme. Maybe holding sediment out of here. I see there's beavers. Maybe they're possibly up there because these sticks are all beaver sticks. So these are pieces of willow and they've been debarked. You can see them all over the bottom there. So they've brought those here. See the chew marks from the teeth. So a beaver swam over here and stripped that off for food, which they'll eat or store for winter. So probably right up there is a beaver den or something, and they hang out and then come all the way down. We'll probably see their tracks and where they've been dragging stuff. See deer prints. I do see some drag marks. Most of the deer prints though. But yeah, I guess let's go look in this sediment over here. My mom's on the other side there. I just cooked it around the inlet because I thought this rock was the good rock. But, whoo, look at that hook. Get that out of here. I like those little attachers. It could be some spiffy quartz mixed in over here. Some spiffy quartz. We'll give it a quick walk. But on the other side, maybe that stuff is raining down from above. Have to find the source of that white sedimentary quartz. It has all the crystals growing on it. Pick up all the white pieces of rock and look for quartz. Because it's not over here. Okay, I'm gonna walk back around there. We are really close to some rocks that have big quartz crystals in them. I just can't find any more of them. So, I'm gonna look on this side. Maybe there's more over here or uphill. That's a true selfie.
so much structure.
Those have to be edible. I'm not gonna say they are, and I'm not gonna eat them, but they look like a very edible chicken of the woods or something. Yeah. Right below the dam. I can't tell if these black rocks are black or if they are stained black by something in the water. I guess we can test. Yes, they're mostly black. Some yellow to it, but they are taking on a fine polish. They look like they have hematite to them, don't they? I would say. Seems like they have pretty heavy iron content. I would guess that that's what that shiny metal is in there. Just an assumption, but that's what I'm thinking. Let's go look at this gravel bed down here. This gets released every day, so I think it's had a lot of erosion. This was the most interesting thing that caught my eye so far. Was the shine. Yeah, look down in the water, you can see the metallic nature of it all. So at least I can. I think you can. That sheen that's on everything. These are like hematite pebbles everywhere, you see that?
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
It's okay for her to drink.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks like it's fresh every day. The grass is like...
Oh, see a little river. Crawdads under every rock.
Really?
Baby crawdads, look. Every little rock. This is like a little hatchery for them in here.
The Midwest I know.
That's beautiful, so. Oh yeah, you can see all their little antennae sticking out and stuff. Good job. Whatever you guys are doing, you're doing it good. Ow, you're pinching me. You know how they are. They're picky. Who touches them? Well, we'll gather up some of these prettier looking pebbles. Can't pass up a stream bed full of whatever it is. It's got some iron to it. You see the shine of it here? You take a little piece and buff it up instantly. I imagine these will look beautiful in a little tumbler load. Wouldn't you say? Some of these are almost just pure. So the hematite where I am is very rough. It would look more like that. So I don't know if this is getting buffed down or if it's just not even sure if I'm identifying it right, but it looks like what I have, but smooth. And just beautiful down there. You can see the gleam off the edge of all of those little pebbles. So I'm going to stop and just gather some up. See the metallic look of that? Yeah, those are good enough. Yep. We'll definitely have to put those in a tumbler and see, into a magnet. Very, very curious. No matter what, they have a nice metallic shine to their blackness. And now I'm just walking a little ways downstream. I'm gonna try and unfocus from them because I got a few to study on. And we'll see what else is here. Very, very interested in what these end up being. It's beautiful stuff. It's beautiful stuff. Okay, so check this out. In these rocks, it's about 99% only hematite pebbles is what we're looking at, right? And this is like a little riffle. So right beyond it here is every color of rock. It's just a mixed up thing again, very few of them. Yeah, so it's like they're heavy enough to be getting caught in the cracks there, right? Because it's like a riffle across the sluice. And the fact that every crevice there is full of the, I mean, they're here, but they're like 1 in every 100 rocks. The rest of it's just, there's just all kinds of rocks down here, you know? But right in there, it's concentrated, only the heavy hematite pebbles. It means that like when all the gravel is, when it's flood state every time, only the heavies are getting stuck in the riffle. Because right beyond here where there's no riffles, it basically just turns back into a mix. But this is like stopped them. You can actually see it right here. The gravel transitions from mix to where it starts looking like you're an ant in a sluice box because there's all these little black pebbles. They take over here right as you hit the rock. So you go from here to where now all of a sudden it's 90% hematite, shiny black metal. I hope that the camera is picking that up. That's just like any other transition you would see. There's your golden sands, your mixes, but here your heavies have gotten caught in a riffle as it's coming down the stream, and it's absolutely concentrated. Oh, the heavies. That also means that any heavy gems and everything would be more likely to be caught right here than anywhere else in the entire stream also. So you can stand right here and see it transition to where it's just a mix, and then these rocks are like 90% predominantly iron laden stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's why they're so concentrated. It's not an actual riverbed just coated in the hematites, but it's a spot that has caught it all and held it for us. That's pretty cool. This is right below the dam off of the lake. And that's as far as I've been able to put together the clues so far. So. Yep, that's absolutely what it is. You're in a riffle board. So if you were an ant and I dropped you in a sluice box, this would be that little spot where you could see the black sand all piled up. And that's what it looks like on Gigantor level. Let me try this with my exposure on the camera turned down a little bit. Just turn down the brightness and you can see more what they're looking like to me editing. But yeah, some of these more pure than others, so I'm trying to grab the most pure. As you get up to the water, that's what it looks like. Oh, maybe you can't see that. Oh, you just see them piled up here. They're so pretty. Just, yeah, pretty much in awe. I love when nature just piles treasure up. You see that? I'm just looking for ones that have a really cool kind of texture. And I rub them on my, oh, I dropped that one. I rub them on my jeans. Give them a little look. Get that one there. The ones with the even higher metal in them just sit there and reflect up at you. Oh, that looks like a big piece of it raw still, huh? Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. If I'm not mistaken, hematite's the purest form of iron ore that there is, too. It's gorgeous. Might be calm in here, but that's the thing about traveling around. Ooh, nice spherical shape. Yeah. Oh, I see. Even rust out there where they're too deep to come up. You can see some of them just rusting. Is what it looks like. Wow. Some of these are just so over the top with their shininess. Yeah, so these big ones are too. Whoa. I think we'll take a couple big nuggets and slice them and see what we can do with some hematite slices. Because I see this is where the bigger current has carried the bigger pieces. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. I bet you those are just going to be gorgeous, polished up. There's a whole riverbed of them. I kind of want to take the buffer to them too. That's pretty cool. Oh, I see a layered one. Whew. Look at that. Ooh. Nice layering in there. It's gorgeous metal stone. I don't care what it is. Wow. Yep. So that's out there. Dam's up there, and some beautiful fishing here. You can see the bass sitting, and the guy said he got a couple trout. Not to give away any spots or anything. I got a pocket full.
Thank you.
Okay. We're out of here. Wanderer says next.
Wonder.
Says the quest goes on. So I've spent about an hour kind of buffing these with little terry cloth towel. Is all you need to do to each one, and it gets off whatever you want to call it. Like it's a tarnish or rust. You know, it actually. I don't have the towel anymore. I already rinsed it off, but it is literally like a rust and a gray tarnish. So with these all spread out, what I've discovered is that some of them are not solid. So I started doing a scratch test, and you can actually slow down and kind of see it. So the color of these, like a graphite or something, has transferred onto these other stones. So some of them that I was gathering up are the sandstone, the sedimentary rocks that are from around there. But then some of them are actually pure. I mean, no matter how much you scratch down into some of these, like there you can see I just went and went and went with very hard crystallized steel, and couldn't get to change color. So that's a solid chunk. And once I could kind of see the difference between the two materials, I was like, okay. And so I kind of picked through, and I've set aside about that many so far. And you can see I've scratch tested them all just to make sure. And the difference between those and, say, one of these little pure nodules ends up after it's been cleaned off here is just really obvious, you know? And yeah, no matter how much deep you scratch these, they are what they are, is what it seems like. So I thought that we would finish it out with a little visual fun. I'll put on some music at the very end here and give you some close-ups, and you can watch for as long as you want to, because you've already basically made it to the end of the video, and I appreciate that. I put this to the magnet. It does not have enough iron to it, if that's in fact what we are seeing here to be magnetic. But that sometimes is just a case. I've actually run into a lot of stuff in my pan that was the black sands that were not magnetic. So I don't know. I've also seen shale that can take on a very metallic luster, but this does not remind me of that at all. And I'm telling you, these pieces that are the real deal, when I go to scratch into them, they are very hard. They're nothing like a shale. So if you've run into those metallic shales and sedimentary rocks, this doesn't seem to be one of those. There is a canyon, Upper Bidwell Park, in the town of Chico, on the Big Chico Creek, where it goes into the base of the Sierra Nevadas. And it has what's called the Lovejoy basalt flows. And that is a very hard basalt that polishes out with an almost hematite finish, probably because of the irons in it. You know, I haven't really researched that part, but that's why that section of Upper Bidwell is called Iron Canyon. So, not sure if they were getting iron out of the area or if it's called Iron Mountain because this is some sort of other rock that takes on a metallic luster. But the point being, it's heavy. It's hard, it's glossy, it's very beautiful, so it's almost next to metal. I mean, it gets cold really quick. I'm wondering if we, hit this with an electrical charge, if we could make it magnetic. I don't know, it seems like it'd have to have more iron in it, right? So it would be magnetic in the first place. It would be at least picked up by a magnet. But the actual pieces, you can tell, especially when you buff them up, they are fun. This was a fun rock to collect for sure, to find stacked in there, and I'm still convinced that it has something to do with the weight, because the way it looked was like I was looking down on a gigantic sluice box, or like I said, I was an ant in that world. Let's see. I think that's all that I had to say about them. I just wanted to include that because I've spent some hours now looking. Here's rough pieces, so you can kind of tell when they are what they are, because this is like a broken piece. See how it's still rough, and just with a little bit of buffing, the metallic nature of it came out. So these are, definitely have a metallic luster to the interior of the stone. The other tells are when it's a piece like this, you can see that it's broken, but the inside has already started to round down. And see the cobble and a chunk. So, just so many different shapes. They start reminding you of little meteors. Maybe a meteorite hit there and exploded, and these are all the little pieces of it that are gathered in the river. But most likely has something to do with the name of everything around there being called iron, iron, iron. So maybe if anyone is from Arkansas and you know these stones, or you know the story of Iron Mountain area, and whether it was an actual iron zone or whether it was this stuff. And what this stuff might be, and if they find hematites or magnetites or any of those sort of things. Usually when they are mining iron, one of the deposits that they mine is a hematite. So this could just be a stone that is so rich in iron that it has that iron look, but it's not quite enough to be magnetic. And you could definitely take it and, in my opinion, probably smelt some metal out of this. I've seen different iron ores that they use from all over the world, and sometimes it doesn't look irony at all. And the irony in that, sorry, dad joke, I am a dad, is that it might not be irony at all, but sure feels like it. The coldness, the weight, the luster, the way it scratches and is more metallic. So yep, I am going to go ahead and give you close-ups, more close-ups, for about 2 more minutes or however long the song lasts. And then we are going after crystals because we're in Arkansas. So I hope that you join me on the next video where we are hunting the creeks and crevices all the way up to the crystal mines. So this next week is going to be really full of shiny things and some fun rocks, I hope. That is the intention. If you will stick with me, then I will see you there. And thank you for joining me on another quest for details. Until then, please try and find a way, just a little way, whatever it is, to take care of yourself. And if you get the chance, take care of each other.